sabe. Deixa eu só ver isso. Mas isto está parado sim. Lipstick border é o último. Deixa eu ver isto. Traduzir para tirar feed notícias. Menos hora. É isso que eu acho. The Golden Butterfly. Será? Vamos lá ver se é esta. The Golden Butterfly. Se for, é The Golden Butterfly. Saco ali. Toin.
Dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over. Captain's trying to fend them off. Sounds awfully similar. The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants to I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks go.
Let's go.
I thought we were going. Why are you walking? Well, I guess I'll have to wait for him at the car. Rusty is not one for speed. Ah, here he comes. Got a little pep in his step. Oh, God.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at that.
Get to your pay.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. Might get along after all.
Oh, my God. Not the best driving so far. Luckily, we're almost there, so I can't hit any more things on the way.
Dá pra poder ser de outro músico. Toin.
Galloway.
Meu mesmo peito não.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I think we bust in there.
Oh,
Over here, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming. You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right.
God, you're gonna kill us!
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
First George is en route to 496 Broadway. Do you have another assignment here, Central?
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case. Fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazy sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Isto não é o Paulo, não.
I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
You don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, but the greatest scientific investigators are our disposal. How can any killer continue to be done? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed so the sons of Hitler continue to believe they can take a life also dangerous.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here at
Toma aí. Rua.
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Detective, I was first on scene.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out. Detective, I was first on scene.
Is somebody
You find her,
going to tell us
Gonzalez?
what the
Not
hell
me.
is going on?
Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
For a stroll.
I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
There she is.
Another naked dead woman. Well, let's look at the clues.
What's that?
Double time, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Over here, Rusty.
Here she is.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was...
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Way to step all over the evidence, buddy.
Olha, ele tinha a volta.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take their money?
Editora.
Deirdre Mullen, Parent Teacher Association. Now, if we listen in on his phone call, we can learn some new information. Nothing that's a clue, but it still is interesting.
You don't want.
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim of white female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Muller. Can you run through the name?
Celine.
Reported by who? Thanks very much for your help.
Violence complaints. Interesting. Alright, back to the crime scene.
So there's
Go ahead and talk
Celine.
to the coroner.
Similar remote.
What?
And peut-être que no, wow.
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim of white female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Muller. Can you run through the name and give me the details?
Galloway, I need you.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Reported by who? Thanks very much for your help.
Over here, Rusty.
I'm busy here, Phelps.
Similar remote.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad he wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Outro. Pode lá do pau.
Probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
You a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal. Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests.
Isso não lá trabalhar, ó, Paulo.
If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Mind if I examine the body? Be my guest.
Alright, let's check the torso. Clear.
I'm putting mine.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Boy.
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
The ligature mark is very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Really stomped. How about the hands?
Looks like she was tied up. It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off. What's this mark? Cut on a finger. Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed. Ligature mark is very distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab.
Jetzt war der Junge.
Detective, RNI says that Deidre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. You can have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Alright, we're done at this scene. Let's go check out their residence. So, I've had this outfit on for a little while. Let's switch it up. Got the patrol, no thank you. Golden Boy, we've had that. What about Sunset Strip? This is one of the ones we unlocked with our rank. Best worn while rubbing shoulders with movie stars. I wonder if that actually makes a difference. Guess we'll find out.
I was wondering.
Detectives, RNI says that Deidre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Over here, Rusty. You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
There's still my...
Solange du fährst nicht, isso te envolvida. Es fällt Sensor.
Residence, residential address of murder victim Deidre Mahler.
Still might be some play in the boyfriend.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
It doesn't work out then.
Deirdre Mahler has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't fit.
This conversation is over.
fucked off, it is.
Deixa-me só ver rápido se tenho este troféu. Asfalto. Sancho. Não. Não. Não tenho. Que é o tal de exército.
Guess we're going this way. One patrolman was
Andar passeado.
mention the violent incidents at all. What kind of police work is that? Jeez, how far is this house? Whoops, sorry. Let's take this road. And we're still not close. Well, there is a trophy for driving an absurd amount of miles. Guess we're making some progress on that. I think it's like 190 something miles. It's a lot that you need to do. Let's see, I think they're off this main road.
Boa.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around. He'll be back in.
Tamanho de filho dele.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're going to have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Work boots. Size 8s. No sign of a wedding ring. wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body. No sign of a wedding ring.
And we've got some boots right here.
Work boots. Size 8.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. He's telling me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
What do you think?
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Last contact with victim.
When did you last see your mother?
I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
He's hiding something. Bad cop.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Missing watch and ring.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Seems to be the truth. Good cop.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Maybe important.
Não sei.
State of parents' marriage.
Mom and dad are happily married?
Definitely hiding something. Bad cop.
No.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Poder vai ser. Não é sido o velho atrás. Vai ser limpinho.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What?
Agora vai ser esbarrado com uma torrada.
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Toma lá.
Footprints at crime scene.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Lying to me. Accused.
Why are you lying?
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this? Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Isso é do sim.
I don't know. Why would you? You wear size
No.
8 work boots.
É isto.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Why lie
Yes,
about
that's
it if
correct.
You've got nothing to hide.
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Also not true. Accused.
You should come clean.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Só sei esta.
Going on.
Mas não
I told you I
sei.
was here. You said I wasn't.
Por fim em cima.
Exactly what I'm saying. Husband's alibi.
No. É isto.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
So why did you take so
Yeah,
long
that's
to answer
right.
the phone when your daughter called?
My wife didn't come home last night. She left around... She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn
Missing
up.
persons report.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Fidgety. Lying again. Bad cop.
Your wife never go
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, God damn it. No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
History of violence.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, God damn it.
Yes, it is. Accused.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man.
Dumb.
You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Sorry, tu já não sei falar. Não sei este. Só sei do pai. É.
And it was purchased because you beat her up.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Boa.
This doesn't look good, Hugo. Get him booked in at Central, officer. about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her. She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo. I'm no murderer. Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him. This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Foi isto.
Should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Nobody run me over.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
You can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Alright, so I'm gonna tackle him for a trophy. What were you trying to burn, Hugo?
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
Not good at all.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking to him.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't... home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Well, is he gonna call it in?
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564. Go ahead, Detective Unit. We get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street. Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady. Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available. Got it, KTPL.
Alright, well, I need to make a call of my own.
And put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and...
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid. Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Seems like a nice boy.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks for your help.
Level 1.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
He's the cop who arrested that big.
Okay, so we've got at least a couple destinations we can go to. We can go to Belmont High School, or we can go to the Central Morgue. Let's go to the morgue first.
Primeiro é a morte.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
105 North Avenue.
I'm surprised, you know.
Eu no portal. A lutar aqui nesse edifício.
Always make the husband. 9 times out of 10, closest first.
A lutar ali. Naquele edifício.
Lex parsimoniae. What? The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. Simplest explanation is most likely the correct.
Well, you could have said that without getting all the church.
I'll try to dumb things down.
Grace. Try this one. Rusty Grace.
What are we waiting for?
Famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away that way.
Any central unit, a possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for first unit. Will identify code 2.
11K to KTPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with further.
Okay, well apparently something's going on at the high school, so let's go there.
Heights 2.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ah, it's behind me.
Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy.
Oh, it's probably gonna be way the other way with my luck. Hopefully not, though.
Ia fazer o triathlon na Heights 2.
It looks like it's right near where I started. Maybe... Oh wait, actually, it's right there. Not too far.
to go. I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where? You're going on another drive with David Gardner, aren't you? So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Get over here, creeper. I wish I could do a warning shot right now.
Jeder gleiche Deal.
Doesn't let me though. Sucks. Could get another trophy. Get back here, buddy. You're gonna get tackled. Just gotta get a little bit closer. There we go. Think I'm gonna get him. Got it.
Boom. I've got to
It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go. I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where? You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you? So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off. Be careful. He looks dangerous. That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
Car 11K,
car 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaking motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
Don't. Oh, okay.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Go ahead.
11K, you see the janitor, a green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller, has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name? Who's asking? We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
Been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son,
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Sasky, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you lucky motherfucker.
But I wouldn't know nothing about that. The woman you say? I like a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down the arrest street. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty wingman coming in. We can roll out the red carpet.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. We're keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before he danced.
And you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Alright, let's check out the car.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Eu ainda lavou.
É assim, está a poupar a sua tia?
Eu já lavou, já lavou.
Que horas são, faz favor?
11h20.
Blood and skin samples. I better get Ray Pinker out here.
Eu já vou.
Okay, we need to call Central.
Vai começar a telemodela.
Tá, eu já lavou.
Né, já lavou, agora vai-me ajudar aqui a vestir as cacholas. Deixa lá ver se
Tá.
mijo mais um bocadinho, que é para ver se não mijo de noite. Ai, meu Deus. Estou cansada.
Too slow, Rusty.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks, ma'am.
Quando eu for para aonde?
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
Alright, so we still need to go over to the morgue.
But I'm mortgage. Yeah.
I say
So that's but
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
mortgage.
I say we make Rooney for...
we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
I don't know about this. My gut says...
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids filming. He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
Can we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for that.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard. And that was his car with bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't. Hell, he probably killed his wife. Fired that poor kid of a mother. But he's not in immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Mill.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
Really want to run that risk?
Agora já não precisa de lá ir.
Mas eu ainda vou lá encher a minha garrafa.
Ah, vai, e adoçou aqui, mas está gastando luz. Porra, agora caiu a coisa.
Sim, eu já apanho.
É, gastando luz. Ai, que belo calorzinho. Gastando luz. E a sua tia pôs no fim do mês, não tem dinheiro para pagar e cortam a luz. E depois não tens aí para jogar. E é bem feito.
Não.
Ah, pois é. Porque a gente diz que vai apagar e tu ficas te cagando.
Oh, well, now where do I go? Oh, never mind. Just go down to this road. I think. Yep, that'll work.
Um jogo daqueles é que tu vias de jogar.
Não.
Sabes quanto é que esta ganhou? 5.000 euros. Mas foi ali em dinheirinho vivo, né? Aí fingido.
Opa.
Opa, não. Vá. Aqui a manga.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming. Can you blood type the shoes that we've been...
Galloway, I need you.
Keep your shirt
Phelps,
on.
Rusty,
Tommy.
thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now? Please.
Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. And take a look at the samples on the bench.
Gonna grab this bottom rope, drag it up.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope? On
It's
boats,
wrong.
mooring lines.
And we made it.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now? Please.
Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. And take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Eu já info, for.
Gonna grab this bottom rope.
Eu já estou.
Tá?
É, aqui é. Entendi. Sim, uma coisa doce. Nunca tem uns coladinhos, não tem nada.
Olha, o meu pai não pode saber se amanhã vamos falar ao Paulo.
Até já me disseste isso uma data de vezes.
E tu também me disseste.
Eu não.
Tu disseste isso a mim, se ele não pode saber.
Ele não pode, eu não te disse a ti que ele não pode saber. Puxa aí com força, que é para ficar lá atrás bem apertado. E eu não te disse nada que ele não possa saber. Tu não disseste a ele para ele falar com ele?
Sim, mas
ele
não quer.
Nem quer. Então falas tu.
Fala muita gente, não é?
Pois com certeza.
É que o Paulo tem de saber o que se está a passar.
Pois, ele sabe o que está a passar e sabe o que é perigo.
Ele sabe.
Pois, e então sabe que não, que o teu pai não te deixava ir para a rua assim. E ele também sabe que os colegas que o teu pai agradeceu.
Lá.
É mais alguma coisa?
Não.
Mas espera aí que a almofada não está cá.
jeito. Espera. Nunca mais tem dinheiro para comprar uma almofada fora. Ai, um dia tenho que ver o dinheiro que tenho amanhã para ir ver se compro.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a visitor?
Well, in
O
my
saco já tem um
experience,
pouco de
sailors seem to
calor.
have a greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces.
Amanhã só vou aquecer com um dia de tarde.
Well, we're not done here yet. Take a look at this.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Por aqueles outros dias, ponho isto bem e hoje não ponho.
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s?
Olha, tens de pôr isto e hoje não sei pôr isto.
Espera.
Este. Não, tem que ficar assim.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Minha vai ajudar-me aqui a roupa, que eu não posso levantar isto tudo sozinha. Ai, que dor de cabeça. E eu... Vamos lá ver se anda mesmo na cama hoje. E amanhã temos que dizer ao teu pai para ver se compra lá.
E não vamos só ao Albano?
Vamos, mas no banco, no banco ainda temos lá pouquinho.
Sim, mas vamos ao Albano.
E vamos ao Albano, temos.
Aí, felicidade, sozinha, beber um cafezinho.
Não podemos ir porque não temos dinheiro porque chegue.
Se eu tenho ali na minha
A gente amanhã logo vi, agora não vou contar.
Vamos beber um cafezinho e comer um bolinho.
Eu não sei se vou de tarde ou coisa. Ainda tem essa merda.
Eu acho que não. Só isso que duvido, acho que não.
Olha, vamos lá ver, olha.
Teve de subir esta merda. Não é?
Foi. Não, a almofada não está bem.
Então?
Tem que ir um bocadinho para cima.
Tá.
Oops, my bad. Back in the car, Rusty. Central Police Station.
E lá?
Sim, mas até deste lado não fizeste, não ficou.
Diz?
Pois.
Vê lá.
Você já parece que já está bem. Chegando por baixo. Parece que sim. Olha, quando vinha para aqui, para cima, as mantas e o chale e a mantinha, que o frio é abaixo muito.
Vai.
We've got to nail this guy.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed? Not exactly the happiest of places.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps. Been reading the same ones as me? I thought you were usually too
Sim, eu sei. Eu já vou.
No, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out.
Não vai um pãozinho dos teus, que é para ver se ficou a boca mais que você. Porra, chegou logo aqui.
Até apanhaste tudo um susto.
Better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Are they ready?
Bowlers in two and the...
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him... Are they ready?
Bowlers in two and the perverts in one. Get in there and get a conviction. Perverts in one. Get in there and get a conviction.
Trouxeste alguma coisa de comer para aí?
Tenho aqui, tenho.
Ou deixaste lá?
We were on our way to...
Não.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him. Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing with him personally.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Olha, boy.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
You can give me an address. Bad cop.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it. Can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen.
Access to braided rope.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
What would you call it?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to talk about the things I like. Talk about it.
Ça va!
Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Well, that seems to be the truth. Good cop. Keep talking.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tied.
Tá!
I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong. I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong.
Hã? Já acabou. Já acabou? Já.
I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong.
Não sei. Não sei o que o Paulo vai dizer.
I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Mas o que o Paulo irá dizer amanhã em vó. Eu não sei o que o Paulo vai me dizer amanhã. Mas tu pedes para passarem para ele. Pedes tu para falar com ele. E depois passas-me a mim.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things, and you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight, and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Não, lá em cima tenho a pior internet. Não, lá em cima tenho a pior internet. Tem de ser de lá em baixo.
Não quer dizer que deixes falar a ninguém. Mas nada conversa, nem confere.
I've done 14 years in and out of prison, son. You think you can outweight me? You're wrong.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Six tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
Might be on the large side. Maybe 10 beats. Now that I've come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
So we can charge him, or we can leave the interrogation and go interrogate the other guy, Hugo. Which we should do. We can still charge him later if we think he did it. So let's leave interrogation.
As good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
You're as good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
With my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in the place.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Here's where we stand. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Disposal of evidence.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Well, that seems to actually be true. Good call.
Believe what?
It's a rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Victim's vehicle recovered.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Someone parked it at the school late last night. You have anything to say about that? It wasn't me. Where do you keep your work clothes? I keep them at work in my locker.
Not true at all. I found them in your trunk. Accused.
Enough lies, Hugo.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
A Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive? Chrysler Airflow. So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Access to braided rope.
Anything about ropes?
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the Army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the Army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Okay, so you can charge him or leave the interrogation. Let's go ahead and so I hate this case because I'm convinced that Hugo did it. However, if you pick Hugo, you only get 3 stars. If you accuse Eli, you get 5 stars, and I think the reason for that is that that's what the captain wants you to do.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
But that's what I'm going to do because I want the
I got this gadget whiz guy putting recording devices in the place for me.
I think I've said about all I'm going to say.
Charge suspect.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.